All right, so this is my drive home from work. So I'm parked here behind my main building where I teach, and we're on our way out from work. So this building on the left, that's the main building where all my classes are in. That's where most of the students park their scooters. In the winter, they don't actually salt these roads, so this hill becomes incredibly dangerous. It's quite steep. You can't really tell from the video, but especially in the winter, the sidewalks turn into solid ice, and it's just death walking or driving up it. All right, so gym on the right. We don't actually have a gymnasium, at least I don't think we do. Or maybe there's one in there. I've never actually been in there. Uh, on the right is kind of the student center, and straight ahead are the Oriental Medicine buildings. So again, those students are kind of way advanced compared to our other buildings. Straight ahead, these are the dormitories. There's two dorms. They're separated by gender, and you have to maintain a certain grade point average to stay in them. So you have to apply, and then also if your average is less than a certain number, you're not allowed to stay in the dorms. Quite a few students do stay there. Most of our students commute in from outside of town, so they either have to get on the bus for a couple hours every day, stay in the dorms, or find a one room. Lots and lots and lots and lots of speed bumps as always. Um, so going in, I take more or less the same route that I take coming in. I think on this video we have kind of a special feature. You'll notice the car on the right here, the white car is stopped. The car in front of it is making a right-hand turn. All right, everybody's good. Everybody's good. White car is going for it and just decides not to stop. Oh, he stops there. Um, oh, and he hits him. Uh, not sure why he hit him. You can't really make this turn. It's supposed to be two lanes, but cars are blocking it, so it's actually only one. He gets out. He's like, "What the hell? Why would you run into my car?" You can't really make this turn while these guys are coming, so I don't know what the car behind was up to. All right, and we're off. So this is at the end of the day. I think it's probably around 6 o'clock, 6:30. So there's quite a bit of traffic going home. So I'll be doing lots of kind of skipping along. Let this old man go. Of course, he doesn't go to the sidewalk. So again, I don't know why the camera makes it seem so narrow, but I actually have quite a bit of room on both sides. About not a ton of room, but it's not really close to me hitting these cars. It looks like it really is though, but it's actually quite roomy, and it saves me having to wait at the back of the line. My drive home is about 15 minutes, 20 minutes with traffic. If I had to wait at lights and stuff, it would be closer to 30 minutes. It adds up over the course of a semester. On the left there is a gas station that I go to all the time. The right there is a farmer's little market. So this road at the bottom is the military base, the Korean military base, or maybe a Korean military base. Wonju's got a couple of them. And I drive past two of them on my way home from work. So this neighborhood is where Sully's grandparents live. It's where Sully was raised. It's kind of the old end of town. So yeah, straight ahead there, that's the main gates to the base. There's always guards standing there with guns ready for you. So the wall on the left continues down. That's all the base, and then it continues up once we make our little U-turn. So this is about as busy as traffic gets in Wonju. Um, Here I've got to make this kind of U-turn. This is a little bit of a dangerous spot. Lots of traffic, cars are coming fast, the sight lines are not great. And also this is where 4 lanes suddenly becomes 2. And it's a little bit hidden, so it seems like there's going to be a 3rd lane, but there is not. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. So I can sneak in here as long as it's clear, and it is perfect. So little guard post there on the left, that's the army, and we're on our way. So on the right hand side, the whole way down here are train tracks. The left is the army base. And this is the nice little spot through the field. There's rice fields and farms. It's very pretty. And it's kind of right in the heart of the city too. So it's this kind of little quiet pocket surrounded by these big busy streets. This blue car was just stopped here. I'm not sure why, but it's kind of the worst possible place to stop. This road is narrow enough without blocking more lanes. There's a better view of that little guard post. Not sure what he's looking for because he just looks down onto train tracks. But you never know where those North Koreans are coming from. So straight ahead is Cheoksan. That's the national park mountain that's in Korea. We've got nice farmer fields on our left. They're all growing rice. And the lane up here is split into 2 sides. There's a forklift just driving down the road. So you're supposed to turn right here, and it makes this kind of giant big loop. Every once in a while, a car is coming the wrong direction. It's a big problem because there's not really a lot of places to turn around. Wow, those rice fields look very green today. Not a lot of good land in Korea, especially in my province. It's fairly rocky, so you see people growing stuff anywhere they possibly can. There's another car just randomly stopped. On the right there is a wreckers. Anytime there's car accidents, you see these smashed up cars going in and out of there. And this little road connects from the busy street down to this road here that runs alongside the river. So once I turn right here, I'll just follow the river the whole way home. All right, and we're off. So this road is always super, super busy, but I know the order of the lights, so I know that if I just hop the sidewalk like so, I can get to the front of the light and I'll make the green just in time. So I could go down the side, but it's much kind of easier or simpler just to hop down the sidewalk. It's a bit bumpy because it's these old cobblestones that year in, year out have raised up and gotten uneven, but it's not too bad. And we skip all this traffic. If I waited at the back of that light, or the back of that line of cars, there's no way I would have made this light. So here the lanes switch into being 2.5 lanes. So I can kind of steal this half lane and get to the front. This guy should be turning, but he is not. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's got the same idea I do. So we get to the front, and I should have a few seconds before that green light turns. There it goes, and we're off. So this is the old downtown on the right. On market days, days that end in 2s and 7s, it gets really crazy busy. I'm not sure if today is or not, but usually you see cars blocking this whole right lane. There's no cars parked there, so it must not be a market day. But on days where there is the market, that whole left right-hand lane there is blocked, and there's people walking around. This lane I'm in now is usually blocked around here as well, mostly by pedestrians. So here's another spot where I know I've got to make some room to make this light. There's a red building up on the right that you can't really see. It actually works pretty well as like a marker. If I can get in front of that red building, then I'll make the light. If not, then I'll be stuck behind. Let's see. Was I patient today? Ooh, I was. I must be way ahead of that red building already. So this is one of the busier and bigger intersections in Wanju. You can turn off to go downtown, to go across the river. I've got to make a left coming up here. So this is another one of my tricks. Because I'm on a scooter, I can sort of stay in the right-hand lane, skip to the front of the line. Let's see how we did today. It is 2 lanes, so I just hop across. But even if I just stayed in the other lane, it's definitely possible to make that turn. You just end up in the far right-hand lane, which is probably where I'm going to be going anyways. Yeah, he's got the right idea. So driving this road every day, you really learn the timing. So even just watching this video, I can recognize that my timing's a bit off. I'm a little slower than I should be. I think I just barely made that light, which means if I want to make the next one, I've really got to push it. Which I'm not doing really. Yeah, Chiakson's still straight ahead, and then we get into all these sort of apartments across the other side of the river. You can see them starting there as well. This is another corner where cars really block the right-hand lane and make it hard to get through this intersection smoothly, but it looks like it's okay today. All right, so we made that light barely. This white car needs to not come. Here's another spot where there's like an extra lane kind of for me that I can sort of use to cheat. It's not nearly as tight as it looks like it is. This speed bump, they just sort of recently put it in, and they repaved the road when they did it, so it doesn't really give you much lift. Usually cars slow down quite a bit to get over it, and I can hop in front of them there. So these apartments on the right, that's where some of Sully's friends live. On the left is the River Road. It's kind of a really nice path that connects all the way through the city. All these yellow buses are either private academy buses or maybe company buses. Schools here don't have buses, like public schools don't have buses, high schools don't have buses, but all the kind of private institutes, private academies that students go to after their regular class, they all have to have buses. Tons of construction going on, so lots of construction vehicles that are sort of done for the day. They just park off in the shoulder on the left. Oh, this was the day the delivery man beside, he's trying to talk to me. He's asking me, "Oh, what's on your chin?" And I explained like, "Oh, it's a camera." He kept talking to me afterwards, so even here, like now, he's talking to me, but I didn't really realize it. In Korea, a lot of the cars have these dash cameras. They call black boxes. So that's what he's asking me. He's like, "Oh, is it a black box?" Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like a black box. All right. So once these guys get out of here, oh, okay, I remember this ride. So yeah, 6 o'clock. So these guys, in front of me, they're gonna block the light. That light's gonna turn red, and they're gonna be stuck there. It happens almost every night. See, it's yellow, and then I've got the green. I'm on a scooter, so I can kind of make things happen. But for everybody behind me, they're a little bit screwed. Police station is off here on the right, and then a fire station after it. A couple people outside the police station today. There's a bathhouse right here. This building coming up is a jjimjilbang, a bathhouse, a sauna. And coming home, these are two of the dangerous roads I have. This one's really dangerous because cars can't see. So cars come out of that side lane and just turn left or turn right without really looking. And then there's another one coming up that's similar, but it's on a big hill. So those, I think on my drive home, those are the two that I'm a little bit weary of. Cars turn out in front of you, or this one right here has a big hill right down there. This guy's coming. So yeah, straight ahead on the left in the far distance, you can see Hakshindoshi. That's the whole kind of mini city that the government has built to try to get government workers to move outside of Seoul. So they've moved a lot of big things there. The Korean Tourism Organization is there now. The Korean Health Ministry is moving out there. Across this bridge to the left is another Korean Army base. We're almost home. A few more speed bumps and we'll be there. Random old people just crossing the road. So I really enjoy my ride home. It helps me kind of check out after work. It's very easy. There's not a lot of traffic, as you can see. I've learned it like the back of my hand, so I've got my timing down. I know where trouble comes from. I just turn right here, and there is my apartment building. So we just turn right here. I skip up on the side because those arms don't always come up. And if they don't come up, then I got to back up. Sort of weird little crab walk. I'm not sure what this guy's doing. Come on. And this is the underground parking where I park my scooter. So there's about half a dozen of us, but I was the first one. So they give us this kind of corner, and here we are. And that's my ride home from work.